Good evening, I'm Kevin Christopher.
And I'm Nancy Cox. Thank you for joining us at 6. An armed student sat inside a Lexington high school for hours before administrators got suspicious because of some kind of incident in the hallway.
So they searched him and found a loaded gun. Connor McHugh is live at Frederick Douglass on Winchester Road with the latest developments.
District leaders say that student went through the front entrance of the high school this morning around 9 o'clock, but it wasn't until about 4.5 hours later that administrators learned that student had an armed handgun in their backpack. Now that student, when they went through the front entrance, was checked and wanded by a security officer ambassador at the front door before heading into the school. Only the side entrances here at Frederick Douglass have the new walk-through metal detectors. According to the principal, the student then spent several hours inside the school before an incident in the hallways prompted an investigation. He says that's when administrators checked the student again and found the gun, which was stolen. According to the district, the student is now charged with possession of a weapon on school property and possession of a stolen handgun. He or she will also be disciplined moving forward by the school district. This incident comes less than a year after another student was charged after accidentally shooting himself inside the school. Following that, the district passed a county-wide tax for major safety improvements that include metal detectors, extra officers, and other measures.
The entire situation is extremely unfortunate and cause for concern. We understand that metal detectors and the safety protocols that we put in place are not 100% fail-safe, sure, and secure, that situations will happen.
The district says that student showed no intent of firing the handgun. They notified parents within about an hour and a half of finding it. We're covering the news live in Lexington from the LEX T-Mobile newsroom. Back to you.
A 4-year-old Russell County boy who was flown to UK hospital in critical condition after being hit by a car with his mother behind the wheel.
And police there say it was just a terrible accident. LEX 18's Michael Burke explains in our big story at 6.
Every parent's nightmare.
For the Russell Springs Chief of Police, this morning was about as bad as it gets.
It's something that can happen in a second, and it's just a terrible accident.
The accident occurred in this parking lot on Short Street. 28-year-old Hannah Davis reportedly told her 4-year-old son Dax to wait by the porch while she went to warm up and then move her car. Police say he came outside and was in the vehicle's blind spot when Davis hit and ran him over. He suffered serious injuries and had to be flown to UK in critical condition.
No wrongdoing, no other extenuating circumstances, just simply an accident.
Across the street, Garnet Hammond got to work and immediately knew something awful had happened.
Sad, very sad enough. We really feel for the mother and the child, and our prayers go out to them.
Sad. That's a good way to describe the feeling around the police department and all over this town today.
People don't really think about it, but it's a traumatic event for all first responders. The EMS personnel, they'll stay in touch. It's just a terrible experience to go through. We feel the pain of those involved. It's just a terrible accident.
Covering the news in Russell County, Michael Burke, LEX 18 News.
LEX 18 spoke with Hannah Davis early this evening, and she tells us Dax's condition has been upgraded to stable and that he's doing okay. And she thanks everyone for their support.
The woman killed in a crash involving a Pike County Sheriff's Cruiser and another vehicle in Johnson County has been identified. The wreck happened yesterday afternoon on US 23 north of Paintsville. State police say an official vehicle with 2 Pike County deputies transporting a woman crashed into another vehicle believed to have 2 people inside. EKB News reports 90-year-old Betty Jewel Moore of Van Leer died in the crash. The U.S. Marshals Service says a fugitive Ohio soccer coach convicted of sex crimes was recently spotted in Kentucky, and they have the proof.
41-year-old Justin Smith was being tried for having unlawful sexual conduct with a minor from his soccer team when he didn't show up in court. Officials say the last GPS signal from him was in Franklin, Ohio, but they say Smith was seen at a Courtyard hotel in Lexington the night he ran away, and these surveillance photos are proof. They say Smith has friends and family in Lexington. Smith was found guilty November 2nd. Sentencing in his case has been delayed until he is found. Lexington police are searching for the most wanted person of the week. They're looking for 38-year-old Leonard McDonald. He's wanted for first-degree robbery and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. McDonald's about 5'9", weighs approximately 190 pounds, and if you see him, please call the Crime Stoppers tip line 859-253-2020 or text your information to crimes, and in that text write LEX PD, then your tip.
And with standard time here at 6 o'clock, we get the last light of what is a beautiful sunset. This is from our Kentucky One Health weather bug camera. This one, we're in Richmond over at Eastern Kentucky University. So you're seeing the back edge of the clouds that were around for most of the day, and now the clear sky that'll be around for a good chunk of the night tonight. It'll be a brisk night, not terribly cold. We'll save that for a little later on. Just a couple sprinkles may still be lingering in southeast Kentucky, but for the most part, we're getting rid of that. Future track shows the back edge of the clouds at 7 o'clock around Somerset and London. Pushing on to the east, Jackson will be getting into the clear as we continue through this evening. Some clouds will begin to arrive again tomorrow morning. These will be relatively thin, so just kind of a grayish hue to the sky. As we continue through the day, we'll go with a partly to mostly cloudy sky as our verbiage. As we continue then toward, say, the evening, the clouds will start thickening up and the rain will follow as we look to Friday. And something to look forward to, a nice cold rain. Temperatures now running mid to upper 40s to around 50. It's chilly. It gets cold. We'll talk about when in a couple minutes.
Too soon. Thank you, Bill.
Well, state Democrats hoped to flip Kentucky's House last night.
They made some gains, but ultimately the GOP kept control of both Kentucky's House and Senate. LEX 18's Carolina Buchek has more about the results.
While Democrats celebrated wins across other parts of the country, Republicans kept Kentucky's state government red.
Here in Kentucky, the big blue wave hit a big red wall.
While talking about midterm election results this morning, Senate Majority Leader said they hope to keep a dialogue going with the Democrats, but they made it clear they're still in control.
Make no mistake, I mean, we have 28 votes. Unity is great, but, you know, we have, I believe, a mandate from the voters to continue down the path to prosperity.
Some of last night's races for the House came down to fewer than 50 votes. Republican leaders believe they won because they got credit for the economy and pension reform. Despite the thousands of teachers who protested at the Capitol this year, Republican leaders say they have the teachers' support.
I think the KEA lost big last night, but I think the teachers won.
And when it comes to future elections, the GOP is confident.
And you can write it down right now. Matt Bevin's going to get reelected governor of Kentucky. A year from now, that's what we're going to be talking about.
Covering the news in Frankfort, Carolina Buchek, LEX 18 News.
Well, Senator Mitch McConnell called yesterday a very good day for Republicans. While Republicans lost control of the House, they expanded their majority in the Senate. And this morning, the majority leader said much of the Republican victories came thanks to President Trump's rallies and support.
I want to thank the president. He was extremely helpful to us in states where he is in excellent shape. He worked very hard and drew large crowds, and I think it clearly had a positive impact on the outcome. We had a very good day.
Robert Blythe changed history in 2002 when he became the first African American to serve on Richmond's City Commission.
Last night, he changed history again. Eleanor Buckley has the story.
You know,
how that feels.
I mean, I'm still numb.
The shock of winning is something Robert Blythe is still trying to comprehend. But throw in the magnitude of making history in Richmond, and you can only imagine what the day after is like for him. Blythe now the very first African-American mayor of the city.
I wanted to show to our children and young people that doors are open. You just need to prepare yourself to walk through them.
And that's exactly what Blythe did 16 years ago when he first threw his hat in the ring and decided to run for city commission. When we asked him what compelled him to run for mayor, he took a line from former President Teddy Roosevelt.
There are those poor souls who never know victory nor defeat because they do not enter the arena.
So enter the arena he did. And when he came up triumphant, he made a new promise to the city where he was born.
I am overly elated that folks, again, would elect me. I commit what I've always committed, that I don't want anything, but I do want the opportunity to serve the people of Richmond.
Covering the news in Madison County, Eleanor Buckley, LEX 18 News.
With the temperatures dropping, the Catholic Action Center is asking for your help to protect the homeless from the cold.
How you can help keep them warm next on LEX 18 News at 6.